Hello, I'm trying to get something to work. You know what? I should do it before everyone joins, and I fuck everything up. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, didn't kill the microphone, I don't think. Let's copy that and paste that. That's going to take a couple minutes. Hello. Hey, WA represent. Raise and Charlie. Yes, tonight, The Hill. Movie of the week. And found a proper thumbnail for it. One of the variant movie posters for it, or home release. That is a hell of a noise, isn't it? Pouring myself a clarified cocktail. Ugh. Plus, also watched the Nixon movie tonight, so another one that's fresh in my mind. All due in time, even the screws. Yes. Yes, as they say, it's not exactly a prime placement for a soldier working in a military prison in wartime. Okay, I apparently have the book video done. Okay, this fucking orange is giving me shit. Maybe take the pith a little more. My standard stupid joke about it. Okie doke. Let me. No, I think I need to open that with Windows Media Player to get it to work.
G'day cocktail lovers, it's time for another of my favourite cocktail recipes to go in the book, and this one...
Fuck is this doing to me, honestly? Okay. The Hill is a 1964 Sean Connery film where he is a prisoner in a military prison in World War II, the Africa campaign. Classic, very good. Hey, Heine, how you doing? And it has a lot of that guys in it from British film and TV. Yes, we will be doing a deep dive on The Hill tonight. Our movie of the week. You threw someone a world record distance last night. I'm sure they deserved it. And did they feel proud of how far they sailed through the air? Because, you know, they're half the record. The thrower and the throwee both contribute to record throws. Oh, yeah, it's just warming up. I was thinking, Charlie, should I have a themed cocktail for when we're doing the laser discs? There is a cocktail called the Nixon that I could have because we are talking about Richard Nixon, or I could just try and find a cocktail that has Hill in the title. Sorry, he's cussing in front of kids. Kids told him to stop. What would you do to stop him? Oh no. That was reminds me of the I never knew if it was a true thing, but American news is weird. It could be. You know how they have put up the text of a quote on stage and attribute it. The quote was, "What are you going to do? Stab me?" Attributed to man who was stabbed. Yeah, I was thinking that badges. We don't need no stinking badges. I feel like that from Treasure of the Sierra Madre. I think that was the first time someone did that line because that's been referenced at heaps. Oh man, badges? We don't need no stinking badges. Holy do. Bird, it's a plane of flying twat. Oh, you would have liked a guy on the train today, Race, who fucking needed a slap. It's just some young dickhead. He's like playing shit through his phone speaker and ignored it for a while, but then he just turned up the volume, like start playing his music and turned up the volume. And I relatively good naturedly said, "Oh, come on, dude." And he, well, I'm getting off anyway. And he just said something else, so you'll have a better journey. And it will be a better journey if you're not here. And he said, "Oh, you're a fat cunt." And I went, "Yeah, you're an ignorant cunt." You're a fat cunt. I went, "If I gave a shit, mate, I'd go on a diet, but I'm fairly sure you're going to be a useless prick your whole life." So, I don't know what he would have, because he was a fucking weed. I don't know what he would have done if I'd stood up. But like I'm going to waste time on some little cunt. Yeah. That was an OMG moment, seeing a guy go, the movie from 1946 saying, "It didn't need no stinking badges." It's like, oh my God, this must be where it comes from. And sneezing's not really a common thing with COVID. So I had a tickle in my nose. And of course, my breakfast baguette was awesome. Whereas generally try not to go hard. Oh yeah, you don't need kids having some a-hole swearing at them. He had Red Bull. Gave him wings. So Charlie, do you think I should have a themed cocktail for Laserdisc night? Either the Nixon or try and find one that has Hill in the title? I had to feel yesterday morning. Oh, after we had a pretty big party night on Saturday night, but I was fine. I don't think I drank that much for staying up till 2 a.m. Hey, Greg. Okay, themed one. So do we go Nixon, which is easier, or I try and find a cocktail that has Hill in the title? Yeah, I did have a 6-hour stream. No, I didn't have a nap. I was fine. I mean, I slept in till like 9. So I still got like 7 hours sleep. So that's a normal night's sleep. So after date night was good. I'm not technically meant to know about the Nixon one, so I need a Hill themed cocktail. Okay. We went to this Asian fusion place in Middle Brighton called Bobby Pearl, and it was really busy. They had a set menu. Always like set menus because you get surprising things, and it was all good. And we had good cocktails. It was an all-round good night. And I had a lunch with the young'uns today. A place in the city called Bowery to Williamsburg that does a lot of American style stuff. And I wasn't hungry enough to have like one of their big ones, like chicken waffles. And but I did have a bacon brisket burger, which was pretty good. They like had pretty serious salad in it, and I don't always go for that, but it was good. Crazy, you barred from Brighton? It's just on the train line. Mm. Gina Town. Well, why don't I do a little search? Movie themed cocktails. Oh god, everyone loves the freaking Baby Yoda cocktail. Okay. Movie themed cocktails. Yeah, okay, White Russian. Not making that though. Don't like a White Russian. God, Vespa Martini. No. Although these are genuine movie things. Oh, that's right. Queen's Gambit. They like Gibson martinis, which is just a dry martini with onion as the garnish. Cocktail onion. Cosmopolitan. Okay, these are actually on theme. Like, I get super annoyed when people go, "Oh, I've got theme cocktails," and they're shit. The Red Eye cocktail. Oh, I from the movie Cocktail. Vodka and tomato juice and beer and an egg. Yeah, well, fuck that. Orange Whip from the Blues Brothers. French 75 for Casablanca. Man, these are on point. I don't want to make any of them. A Little Mermaid cocktail. Well, I'm pretty sure no one was drinking in the Little Mermaid. Oh yeah, the Baby Yoda cocktail. A black and white spotted cocktail for Cruella de Vil. Right, yes, Godfather Olds. There is actually a drink called the Godfather. Maybe I should make a Godfather, my all-time favorite movie. One of a Blue Velvet martini. Put blue curacao on a martini, damn. Mint julep. Yeah, no, fuck off with Harry Potter themed recipes. Blood and Sand. Yes, that was inspired by the film Blood and Sand. It's just a kind of shit cocktail. Okay. Well, I didn't get any I wanted to make on that, but maybe a Godfather. I haven't made a Godfather in a while. Yeah, people seem to be liking the Baby Yoda movie. So, Rose, you weren't allowed Brighton to Toorak. Throw you in the divvy van. Oh, no. I mean, there are a lot of mafia and gangster films. It just comes down to, does Charlie have them to add to the shop? God, at the moment, I'm leaning to Godfather. Wait a sec. I'm going to try something else. Oh, the Cobble Hill cocktail? No, that little search didn't yield anything for me. Oh, yeah, okay, I don't have Discord open, which is an oversight on my part. What did you put on Discord? Ooh, cocktails inspired by film noir. Okay, I'm going to share this page so you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, Razor, none of you, it's a common thing, stop doing it around 2011. Move, they kick you out. Can't have broke kids around a nice rice. Yeah, look, I was wearing one of my very Hawaiian looking shirts. I was by far the most garish person in the restaurant. A very bougie Brighton people there in their subdued outfits. So I thought it was kind of fun that I stood out so much. Okay. Where are we? Shit, there. Film noir. Drinking in the darkness. Nice. The Noir Bar. Bourbon. The Left Hand. Okay, is whiskey, sweet vermouth. Yeah, well, fuck Campari. That one's out. I could do a different bitter thing. So actually, my friend barrel aged one is like a variation of that. Horse's Neck. Okay, yeah, bourbon and ginger ale. I have actually heard of that one. I think I should just do an old fashioned, maybe a Godfather. Wait, there are only 2 recipes on that page? Okay. I think I'll make a Godfather. That's classic. Right, it's better for you because Brighton and Toorak have the highest population of people. God. Oh, yes, Spider-Man Noir is starting soon, which looks promising, honestly. Which I'm obviously going to watch in black and white. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to play my book video preview time for the book video. Share the screen, share a window. There we go, Windows Media Player. I think this is going to work. Okay, so you got to tell me if the sound is working when I play this. The new King Kong show coming as well. Okay. Oh yeah, I honestly reckon you got to do the black and white noir, even though they are releasing a color version as well. Wait, what am I doing? I'm playing this video. So tell me if the sound works.
G'day cocktail lovers, it's time for another of my favourite cocktail recipes to go in the book, and this one, it's called a Portside Spice. It was in my top 10 for 2025, given I tried over 100 cocktails that were new to me in that year. Hitting the top 10, not a bad achievement. I should specify I did considerably change the recipe because the main ingredient in the recipe I found was just nah. So I'm keeping the name, the Portside Spice, created by Simon Difford, but I'm doing it my way. People who know me might be taking bets right now. Okay, what's the ingredient he hated? What's the ingredient he doesn't want in a cocktail? Well, let's play the game, shall we? We put it up on the big board. Was it A, vodka, B, Campari, or C, coffee? It was, ding, 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 vodka. Because vodka's bullshit. The recipe I found called for ginger and cardamom flavored vodka, which turns out that was a limited edition made by Absolute. That sounds awfully specific and not many people will have it. Also, Absolute. Ugh. That does bring up an area where vodka can actually be useful, namely to carry other flavors, because if it's any sort of a decent vodka, it will be a neutral spirit. Also, just if the other elements in the cocktail are the interesting flavors, but they're not boozy, and The vodka is just the alcohol delivery system. So go ahead and enjoy your vodka cocktails if you like. Just know I am judging you because there is always a better option than vodka. The first ingredient in my substitution is this Christmas gin from local distiller Four Pillars. They bring out a version of this every year. The distiller actually uses his mum's Christmas cake in the distilling process to get the flavors in the gin, which is a fun little thing to do. Obviously, that's very localized. Not many people are going to have it, but I feel pretty confident with the number of gin distillers around the world. You could probably find something local to you or make it yourself. Just infuse, I don't know, cinnamon, nutmeg, dried fruits, the things that are in a Christmas cake or a Christmas pud, and create your own Christmas gin. This would probably work well enough on its own as a substitute for the flavored vodka, but that's not complicated enough for me. And remember, I'm doing this The drink's called a portside spice, so no surprise that tawny port is front and center. Next, there is the Christmas gin. Fun fact, they commission a different artist every year to do the label for this gin. To get the ginger flavour, I'm using this honey, lemon and ginger liqueur from another local distiller. I'm also using some apple brandy because I decided that'd go well with the other flavours. The recipe also calls for orange liqueur. I'm going to use my homemade blood orange liqueur. And the final ingredient is the rum liqueur Falernum. I'm going with the classic John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum. That's what I'm putting in the cocktail, but if you're going to try this at home, and I do recommend it because this came out really well, follow my example. Improvise! It's one of the things I love most about making cocktails at home. Just making do with what you have and adapting recipes based on what you have, what you like, and the more you do it, the more confident you get either coming up with your own recipes or adapting one you find, because you get a taste of what you like, what works, what's balanced, and you get to have cocktails along the way. How good is that? So let's make this one. In a mixing glass, putting 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of tawny port, then half an ounce or 15 mils of a Christmas gin, half an ounce or 15 mils of the ginger liqueur, half an ounce or 15 mils of apple brandy, a quarter of an ounce, 7.5 mils of orange liqueur, and a quarter of an ounce or 7.5 mils of Falernum. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then straining that into a chilled Nicanora glass. And as this is Manhattan adjacent, spirits and fortified wine, with the addition of some liqueurs, I'm going to use my favourite Manhattan garnishes, a twist of orange peel and a maraschino cherry on a skewer. All of which gives us a portside spice. Done. Definitely time to give this a taste. That is as good as I remember. Honestly, I've been surprised over the last couple of years. I've really gotten into port and sherry in cocktails, which, I'd always thought that's grandpa drink and grandma drink. And yes, okay, technically, definitely old enough to be a grandpa. This has worked really well. It's very tasty. Everything else is supporting the port. Port on its own, I've developed a taste for as well. But this comes together so well, and I'm really glad I did it. You guessed it.
But through it all, well, there was doubt up down. I ate it up and spat it out.
I don't remember how the rest of it goes.
And there we go. Yes, you got Frank rolled and Sid rolled. Look, I actually cut the volume of the Sid Vicious one by 50%. It maybe still was a bit jarring. Maybe I should cut the volume again, or use a different bit of Sid. But yeah, that was my way. Max Headroom has COVID. Well, actually, spitting is more of a COVID thing, honestly. End of Goodfellas jump scares Charlie every time. Yeah. It's a hell of a thing. It's the end of Casino? What the fuck are you asking, Safa? That's not a sentence that means anything. Oh, Goodfellas was my way. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make a Godfather. I'll make a Godfather, and then I say we get going with laser discs. Just double checking the recipe for a Godfather. I think it's just whiskey and... Oh, they're saying amaretto. Okay, I thought it was Drambuie. It is amaretto. Okay. I'm going to go Difford spec then. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 ounces whiskey, 1 ounce of amaretto. Make a Godfather variant, call it Casino Fellas. Okay. Look, I'm in a fucking disco here. Damn. Which whiskey shall we choose? Oh, I ran down this black flank. I might get to finishing it. Actually, I'll do the amaretto first. Because it's a bit heavier. Okay, it's actually a little dark over here without the overhead light on. Yeah, actually, that's right. Thought I was putting the wrong lid on there, but it was actually the right lid. There. And some whiskey in here. Put that jar. Where's my black walnut bitters? Good black walnut. And some aromatic bitters, I think. Do-do-do. 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 Aromatic bitters. All right. Dunzo. Okie dokie. I got to send Charlie a linky. Do that on Discord. All right. Actually, I feel like for things like Goodfellas and Casino, you need something Italian. So, like, sweet vermouth is Italian. So maybe, yeah, whiskey, amaretto is Italian, and sweet vermouth. It'd be a Casino Fellas. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Lasagna for dinner. Here's Charlie.
Drinking vodka.
Why not? You've got a lot of them. I got to. Gotta get the audio recorder set up. put in fresh batteries as a precaution. Got some batteries sitting here in Le Chargeur. Wait, where did the other batteries go? I think I'll put some batteries on charge while I do
I
this
really
stream.
should get chargeables. I'm going through like a new set every 2 shows.
Yeah.
But I'm buying. The reason is I've got these shitty Evereadys. Like I should know better,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Not that I want to do ads for anyone, but I did find when I had battery powered stuff a lot, energizers do work much better.
Or at minimum,
last
Duracell. Yeah.
Yeah. That was just my experience.
But yeah, I'm an energizer. Oi! Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I had a better run with Energizer. And I had a lot of time to compare. Right, what am I doing?
Okay.
Charging.
Let me grab that
the
link
battery gone?
and copy it, and then send that off to Mark, because Mark's
coming too?
First week. Well, for the first, just during the first 15 minutes when we're talking about The Hill.
Movie of the week.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then he's going to head off, and then
Okay.
Sim's going to join us for the main part of the show, which is the music section of the show. But we also have a few, just like last week when we did the horror section, I've got a few normal titles to warm up with as well.
Yep, okay.
All right, he's received the link. So we will just ponder. Yeah, I'm really glad you put on that movie today, dude. I had a ball watching that one.
Tour de force, as they say, that one.
I would have never have watched that probably in my life, but
I'd never heard of it.
Which one? No, I'm talking about the sorry, rewind. I'm talking about the Bogart one.
Oh, well, I was
Gentlemen,
doing my...
sorry, just getting my headphones.
That's all good.
Yep.
I was doing my usual look for inspiration, go to, top 100 movies of all time lists. And I was going through, and Treasure of Sierra Madre keeps coming up on those lists. So I thought, okay, that's today's choice, Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
And yeah, because you love your bogey films at the moment.
I'm starting to. I've really only been watching them recently.
I think this is like the 4th bogey film that you've watched in the last month or 2.
I watched the 4th altogether, and the 4th of all bogey movies I've watched, and it's all been in the last month or so. The Big Sleep, Maltese Falcon, Casablanca, and now Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
You guys hear me all right?
Yep. Loud and clear, Mark.
Cool. How you guys going?
You're looking very relaxed today. Your hair's not up or anything, like you're.
Oh, I don't feel
nice and chill mode.
I'm a husk of a man. I had to deal with my kids all day from 6 a.m. and I just feel broken, literally.
A bit worn out. Okay.
I'm worn out. Oh my god, they broke me spiritually,
Gotta love the dad duties, yeah.
But I made it. So.
Well, thank you for coming.
No,
yeah,
that's all right.
Oh god.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll head straight into it if you want.
Yeah, I just got to turn the recorder on. I just realized
you're in and out quicker. Okay, recording.
I got mine recording.
Does it look like I'm recording? I'm over here.
So I actually made notes this time. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Are you starting off screen angry? Oh, okay. I thought you were doing something special.
You're not paying attention to me. I had to switch the recorder on. It takes a few seconds and I just got to turn the laptop volume down so it doesn't drown out. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Welcome back for another episode of
It's a Whole Laserdisc thing.
Yeah, which I end up having with the whole. I've got a screen thing.
Oh yes,
now
the graphic.
Yes, which is a music episode this week mostly. But before we get into that, we're going to move the whole, film of the week thing up to the start and get on with that first off. While we've got Mark here to enjoy it with us.
Hey guys.
Hey Mark.
You finished it?
I finished it. Yeah.
Yes, good man.
I couldn't not
He's been
do a
so
review on it,
busy
not
with the
finish it.
kids.
Yeah.
So we've all watched this movie in the last week.
The hill.
I
Going
feel like
up and
Sean
down
Connery.
that little
I feel
hill.
like he looked the
See,
same
I thought
for
this was
20
a war
years.
movie about soldiers going up a hill, and trying to take the hill.
That's what I thought.
Yep. Did not
Yeah.
expect it to be a prison movie, that's for sure.
No.
Yep, they set that up in like the first shot. It's a very impressive crane shot, and there's all these soldiers drilling and marching and whatnot. It could be anywhere, but then the crane shot just moves around, and you see what is obviously the hill, and then you see the barbed wire surrounding the compound where all the soldiers are drilling. You go, "Oh, it's a prison. I get it."
Yeah.
And a magnificent crane shot that starts off up from behind the soldier and then goes up and around and above the soldier looking down as he's going up this extremely difficult 45-degree angle carrying heavy weights and then collapses.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you're
and
like,
that,
why is he doing this, And then it shows itself, Yeah.
and that shot lingers for a while, and it lets you know that you're going to be at this camp for a while.
Yeah,
and that was one of the things I thought was interesting about the film was actually the lack of plot. There's not really a lot going on. It's just about prison guards beating the heck out of prisoners.
Yeah,
there is a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a story going on, but essentially it's not much of a story, but it seems to work because there's really good dynamics between the guards and the inmates, with the supporting cast as well as Connery.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I thought it worked on that level, and it was quite engaging, I thought.
Yeah. Lot of that guys from British TV and film history in this. A lot of faces go, I've seen him in stuff as that guy.
Oh, like Veruca Salt's dad from
Yes.
Willy Wonka. Yeah.
It took me ages to go, like, he's in everything. What can I, and there's like, oh yep, Veruca Salt's dad in Willy Wonka
and the and JFK from Bubba Hotep.
Okay. Yeah.
No one knows that movie? Okay.
I know, I do. I
Yeah.
have seen that movie. I just don't remember
Yeah.
a lot of it. Yeah.
So he's the black guy who was JFK.
Ozzie
Oh, yeah.
Davis.
Yeah. Ozzie Davis, yeah.
Young Ozzie Davis, a quite well-known African-American actor, did heaps in the subsequent decades. He's playing a Jamaican in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I actually
And he
looked it
does
up.
the accent pretty well. It only slips once or twice.
Yeah, the director of this film, Sidney Lumet, who made Dog Day Afternoon, and that's another really good film as well. But he actually
And
treated
12 Angry Men.
Yeah, he treated this film like they were. He treated it like he was the drill sergeant. That he was harsh on all the actors. Some days there was just like scorching hot sun and people were fainting and dehydration. Even Sean Connery he went unconscious at one point. But that's another thing I liked as well was the stark lighting in the film. Interiors and exterior, it's like they're being interrogated. It's not a pretty film to look at. I think that's what makes it gritty as well. For the 1960s, mid 1960s, it's very gritty, I thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's black and white. And like Mark was saying, particularly some of the interior stuff was really dramatic, high contrast, black and white. There was just some really amazing tight shots of people's faces.
Seeing all the sweat drip down their faces. Yeah.
It won the BAFTA for cinematography, the British Academy Film and Television Awards. And you can see why, both with those incredible crane shots, the character shots, and like when the guy had been overworked and was losing it in the cell and the other cellmates thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And they're running around. And there was that chaotic camera work that really was putting you in that guy's place of this is too much.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's funny how this followed the Ipcris file, because last week we did a movie that was Michael Caine doing a Bond film, and now we got Bond doing a Michael Caine kind of film when you go to compare it to Zulu, and like the blistering work and stuff like that, the hot sun in the African desert, and it was kind of like a back and forth. what a weird choice for Sean Connery to make when
Well,
you come from this peak of you could do anything you wanted to,
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm going to go and stand out in the blistering sun for 6 weeks and film a
Yeah,
torture film.
we were talking about it last week with Disturbing Behaviour with Katie Holmes, how she wanted to break away. And
Yeah.
Sean Connery actually wanted to break away from James Bond, that kind of authoritarian, character that
Typecast,
to somebody who's really stripped back and beaten, complete opposite. And it seemed
Yeah.
to work for him because I think it was Sean Connery's favorite film.
Yeah.
that he actually liked.
I think he did it because he really wanted to, it was a stage play before it was a film. So I think he knew the material and he deliberately chose to do it.
Yeah.
Didn't Sean Connery work with Sidney Lumet in other films? They did some more films together. I know they did Family Business together, and that's that one with Dustin Hoffman and Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, the 3 generations of the crime family.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Sidney Lumet has had a great career. He doesn't get recognized as much as Scorsese or Spielberg or those kind of big name directors. But he's had some magic films on his career.
Yeah. Connery does such a good job because I feel like as soon as he gets off, you go, okay, World War II, he's in the Africa campaign and he's been sent to a military prison. I bet he's there for what's ultimately going to be a noble reason. He's not going to be a scumbag. And of course, it eventually gets revealed it was for a pretty noble reason.
Yeah, they actually banned this film. The military banned it in a lot of their bases because it basically told the truth about what happens in these kind of places.
Yeah.
So are we going to do a rating system on what we like out of 5 stars, what we all thought, or?
Sure. Yeah. I always do out of 5. What do you reckon, Mark? You go first.
I'd give it a solid 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 4.
I gave it 4 because I don't do half stars. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'd lean more towards the 4, but I liked it.
If you're doing half stars, you might as well give it a score out of 10.
Yeah, I want a little bit more from the plot. I think, although, like I said, it was engaging. I think I need a little bit more out of that plot to. Really
I really embraced the whole ego. It was a balance of egos that were trying to one up each other. You had that soldier who was a staff sergeant trying to get his promotion and work his way up the chain by torturing these soldiers and stretch them up into line and stuff like that. And then you had the man who was already in his comfortable place, who's been doing it for 25 years, and all my years, 25 years, I've never seen anything like it. And he's got comfortable where he's at to the point where he's confident that he could put, a death warrant for the commandant right under his nose, and he'd sign it because he knows he's trustworthy. And then you've got egos battling each other, because he's so confident and comfortable in his position, he doesn't think anybody's going to try to challenge it. And then you've got this guy, and even Sean Connery mentioned it in that line. He's been in control for the last 3 days, and you're not even noticing it.
Yeah.
I really love the depth of of male characteristics, man. Ego battle, alpha maleness and stuff like that.
Well, and there's no women in the film at all, so that really adds to the.
There's a woman. There's a woman on screen for 5 seconds in bed with the commandant. She doesn't speak.
Right?
Though.
Yeah.
No. Maybe they're just ticking a box at that point. But yeah, solid film.
Really sensational film. I'm really glad we found that one.
Yeah,
and
it was worth a watch.
Yeah.
So it's in the store as well. It's your chance to get it if you're a Laserdisc person.
Especially if you like weird misprinted covers.
Oh, that's the one with the upside down. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, thank you for that, Mark, coming on and helping us with movie of the week.
No, that's all right. If I can do it longer next week, I will. It's just
Oh, we haven't got. I don't know what the movie of the week is yet next week, but
Yeah, no,
it'll
that's
probably be with something with Humphrey Bogart in it, knowing Angry. Yeah. And
that's cool. I like
yeah,
that.
no, actually, I think I've got the perfect film.
Oh,
How about the
Sabrina.
original Sabrina? Right,
I've not
we've all
seen this.
done the
I haven't seen
Harrison
it.
Ford one.
Bogey
No, I
doing a
haven't seen
rom-com.
You know, let's meet our softer sides. You know,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
the
Let's make this
scale
movie
opposite.
relief.
It's the absolute opposite of the hill. So yeah.
I'll do it.
It really is.
Oh my god!
You almost made me choke on my drink when you said it's the opposite of the hill.
It's the ditch. Okay, yeah, cool. All right, well,
All right.
yeah, that's it for the movie of the do the outro. Angry, come on.
Movie of the week. That was the movie of the week.
Thank you.
See you next week, Mark.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you.
All
See you
right.
later.
Awesome. Well, that went really quick.
Yep. But good movie. People should watch it.
Oh well, seeing it's just me and you, let's do the movies, and
The
then
non-music one.
that will get us until 7:00 when Sim joins.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry.
That sounds good.
9:00 in your time. Sorry, yeah. I've got her booked at 9. I gave myself 15 extra minutes of allotted time just in case something went wrong.
Yeah. Good thinking.
1 second, sorry.
I've still got some drink. I think I'm just going to talk about my cocktail, and I've almost drunk it all, but it's still out.
Oh, yes, it's not going to have that same kind of effect if you've drunk the whole thing already, haven't you?
No.
All right, hang on. No.
You're doing a lighting adjustment.
Yeah. Changing the color.
Oh, there you go. That's a flesh tone.
That's healthy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Now let's do the main section. Hello and welcome to and we've got me and Angry here again for another look at some laser discs.
Nice.
And we have a movie of the week coming up later on this episode. But first, and we have a music episode ahead of us too. But first,
You get it all, people.
You're getting the full package, yeah.
We're spoiling you.
I like a full package.
Who
Okay,
doesn't want
so,
the whole package in there? Okay.
I'm going to... Yep, all right.
All right. I've got my movie-themed cocktail, A Godfather, one of my favorite movies. I'm pretty sure we're not doing that tonight, but I've got a Godfather cocktail.
Yes, I think it's good to do like a movie-themed cocktail each week. I think that'd be fun. Yeah. It's kind of suitable, isn't it, really?
Yeah, definitely.
That does sound pretty cool.
Yeah, even Sophie's like, oh, yeah, do that. That sounds good.
I'll be so down for that.
Okay, so the first disc this week is one that's called Stay Tuned with John Ritter and Pam Dawber. And Pam Dawber, if you remember, was the Mindy in Mork and Mindy.
Yes.
Yes, and John Ritter, well, we all know who John Ritter is. And this was an early 90s movie so they have like the devil or some kind of demon that installs a massive satellite dish in their backyard.
Yeah.
And instead of loading up all the normal cable TV channels, they're all like horror versions of the same shows.
Okay.
Like Dwayne's Underworld.
Okay.
You know? right? And there's themes like that.
Yeah.
HTV instead of MTV.
Yeah.
Look at John Ritter
Okay.
dressed as Prince there.
So, is it fair to say this is one of those movies that's really like a collection of sketches?
Yes, exactly what it is. Because the kids, tapping through
With
channels and
channels,
stuff like
yeah.
that, and each show, as they skip through channels, the parents who have been sucked into the TV world are traveling from one station to the next in secret
Yeah.
door. Oh wow, there's a Google, secret passageway, and that leads to the next station.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool little comedy horror.
Nice.
Yeah, I quite like it. All right, this one needs no introduction to you.
Oh, this is classic young Russell Crowe, The Sum of Us. This is one of his last ones before he hit Hollywood, in fact. This was a stage play first, and there are bits of this that are very stagey, like characters talk directly to the camera. But Jack Thompson, the stalwart of the Australian film for 50 years, and a rising Russell Crowe. It's a great movie. Also, John Paulson, who is probably more famous for starting the Tropicana Film Festival, Tropfest, a short film festival that's become a huge deal. And now he does more directing than acting work now. He's in one of the Mission Impossible movies, the bad one, the one set in Australia. But yeah, The Sum of Us is a really great movie. Maybe not all that well known, but maybe I don't know how many people know it, but it's a really good, heartfelt family comedy drama.
I absolutely fell in love with this movie. Once you get comfortable with the relationship between the father and son, and how his father makes a point of how he accepts that his son is gay.
Yeah.
He doesn't just accept it, but I'm gonna fucking tell you not to be gay.
He embraces it to the point where it makes
Yeah.
another gay character a little bit uncomfortable. Like,
oh, doesn't he load up the bathroom with men magazines and stuff like that too?
Yeah. Why is your dad so into you being gay?
Then, of course, the massive twist happens, and it just knocks you for a sixer. Like, that's when Jack Thompson really shows off his acting chops.
Yeah,
and it gets, as Angry's put it before, it's the schmaltz comes out.
Yeah, but they balance it quite well.
I love it. Absolutely
Great
love that
movie.
film so much. Yeah. All right, next up. This is a Blake Edwards film starring Ellen Barkin and Jimmy Smiths from Beverly. No, sorry, not Beverly. NYPD Blue.
He was
LA
famous
Law
for
as
LA
well.
Law
Yes,
and
he was too.
NYPD
Yes,
Blue.
I always remember from NYPD Blue. So it's basically he's a man who fucks over a lot of women and stuff like that, and although he manages to save someone right before going to hell, so they're like, okay, you can go back, but this time you're going back as a woman, and you've got to find someone that will fall in love with you. And, because he's a man on the inside and such a manly man, just can't seem to get involved with another man until Jimmy Smits comes along and woos her over or him over.
Yeah.
It's
Freaky Friday for adults.
It is. Yeah. It's the whole, where's my dick gone, kind of thing, and has all those kind of jokes in it,
Ellen Barkin has a lot of fun playing masculine. Like, she has a really good time.
One of the last Blake Edwards films as well, too. He did Pink Panther films and The Party and all that. Anyway, next movie. We have a Bill Murray movie called Larger Than Life. Now, this is funny, right? Because there's a movie he did. It was a zombie killing film.
Zombieland.
Zombieland, that's it.
Yeah.
In that movie, he says, they go, do you have it? He gets shot. And they go, do you have any regrets? And he goes, Garfield.
Yes.
Garfield was 10 times better than this piece of shit.
But the problem is that one's so bad, nobody knows it. But because Garfield is such a known property, people get the reference to Garfield.
So this is, he inherits an elephant. This is based on a French movie again. He inherits an elephant, and then he has to travel across America with this elephant, and all these different things happens. You know, it's your road trip movie. Bill Murray is bringing his D game at best.
Can't all
This and The Man Who Knew Too Little was like the absolute depth of hell when it comes to Bill Murray films. And then he, kind of picks it back up with Quick Change,
Yeah.
But there was he had a rough period.
Well, he's had a long career. Like, he must be up to like a 40-year career at this point.
All right, well, let's move on to the next one now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go too hard onto poor Bill.
Oof. Speaking of not their best work. Ooh.
See no evil, hear no evil. No, I disagree. Another You. That was their worst one by a mile.
I didn't say it was their worst. I said not their best.
But this is fun. This is Sophie loves this movie because it's so the premise is so wacky. One's
blind.
Yeah, Richard Pryor's blind, and who's the other guy? Gene Wilder is deaf, and they witness a murder. One of them hears the murder, and one of them sees the murder, but neither of them actually see the killer. Only parts of it, for instance, the feet or the legs and the smell.
Yeah.
And then the killers want to kill him. And Kevin Spacey's one of the bad guys. And the other one was the chick from that movie Black Scorpion. I can't remember her name. But yeah, anyway, nonetheless, it's a fun, silly premise movie with a really kind of anticlimactic ending. But nonetheless, you're in for a good ride, Yeah, I like this one.
It's a bit of a slapstick comedy if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, and then Another You came along in 1993, and I was like, okay, Richard, I know you're sick, dude. Please just go and rest.
Yeah.
Not to be mean, but don't put yourself out like this. It's not fair. It's not fair on you. It's not fair on us. Okay, next up we have one that maybe you should know pretty damn well, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's a Criterion Collection as well.
Yeah. The fact that it's a Criterion Collection version of Lawrence of Arabia, ultra widescreen 70mm.
Yeah.
I actually saw this in a cinema, a re-release, a remastered 70mm print of it, and it was the long version. It was the director's cut. And there's all sorts of notes in this one.
Yeah, all sorts of little details and stuff. Yeah. Beautiful film. Need I say more? Peter O'Toole was incredible. The shots are amazing. It's a little slow for the first half hour. I'm not going to be the first one to say this is a perfect film. In fact, I probably will be the first person to say this isn't a perfect film because everybody seems to praise the shit out of this one all the time. I found it very slow to begin with, but the second half of the film is just nail biting. I love it so much.
Yeah, you have to settle into it.
But you got to work for it. It's a long film, and it's slow, but it's so rewarding. And then you can talk about it with your intellectual friends and say, "Oh,
Yeah.
I really liked the choices that Who
Yeah.
was the director on this? I've forgotten the director's
David
name.
Lean.
David Lean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The version I saw was about half an hour longer than the most commonly released version. It was David Lean's cut. And it had things like he wanted to get a mirage effect on film, which people said wasn't possible. Lenses don't work that way, but he got it. And it's this really extended shot of Omar Sharif's character. And it's just the rippling mirage thing of the sun and the desert. And then slowly the figure of, and by slowly I mean over several minutes, the figure of Omar Sharif resolves out of the mirage. It's a very epic widescreen movie.
What year was it? Like in the 60s? It was a 60s film, wasn't
I
it?
think. Yeah.
All right. A second Criterion film we have is called Secret Honor.
Okay.
This came out in 1984. It's a Robert Altman film, and it's a one-man show. Have you seen this one, Angry?
Look, we're nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Charlie tipped me off about this, and so I watched it literally just before we were recording this. It's incredible because it was a stage play before they recorded it. So it's 90 minutes of this guy trying to channel Richard Nixon, and there's a thing at the front where they go, "This is not factual. This is not historical. We're exploring like the idea of Richard Nixon," and it's stream of consciousness. And he rambles and he drinks and he gets more drunk and more erratic as it goes on. It's an incredible performance.
Sim, jump on Messenger and you'll see the link. So I know she's watching us, that's all. Okay, well, we're nearly done with the movie, so don't bring her in just yet. If you see her backstage, just wait for a couple more minutes and we'll do these first. Okay, we've got, next up, One Fine Day, which is Michelle Pfeiffer and George Clooney in this 1996 rom-com.
This is a quite schmaltzy one too. It's cute. I remember this movie. I have seen it.
Emphasize the rom and de-emphasize the com.
Yeah, it's more a romance. And yes, if you like hot, early middle-aged people in romantic films, this is for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and Michelle Pfeiffer was lovely in it, and it's a single mum, and all that kind of she's got kids and stuff like that, and she's dating George Clooney in it, and yeah.
If you want a romantic movie with hot 40-somethings in the lead, this is for you.
Were they 40 in it by that point? They probably would have been.
I'm almost sure they were both in their 40s.
Yeah. All right, we got next up. We've done this one before, but we're doing it again because we've run out of copies in the shop.
This was
Mike
such
Newell's
a big hit.
1994, 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
And that is peak Hugh Grant floppy hair era.
If I remember correctly, this is written by
guy who wrote
Richard Curtis.
Yeah. And it's a great. It is the epitome of a British rom-com at its best. I think it's a genuinely good movie.
It really started a run of Richard Curtis films, which took over British comedy romance films for the next 10 years. It was like every second year there was another British rom-com film or something that was like it. For instance, Best Friend's Wedding. You could have mistaken that easily for a British rom-com film. It followed all the same narrative beat points.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's it for the movies. And Coming up next, we've got Sim joining us, and we will be knocking out some music discs.
All right, and here's Sim.
Hey, Coach, just now's not the time. I love my light. Do. I love my light like a laser disc. Yeah, baby. Do.
Well, that was quick.
Sorry about that, Coach.
Well, that's what she said.
That was quick.
No.
Hey, Murph.
Hello.
You ready to do some music laserdisc tonight?
Oh, I think so. Yes.
Lovely. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to. And tonight we are looking at some music laserdiscs. Before this, you might have seen us talk about some movies, and after this, you might have seen us talk about the film of the week. But now we're going to be doing some music laserdiscs. And to start off with, here is one of Murph's favorites. I know it's definitely one of Sim's favorites movies. Music movies. The Ruttles.
Ooh. That looks like a special edition.
Japanese release.
I just realized we're not recording. Hang on. Sorry. Is that recording?
Oh, you forgot to do your audio.
Yeah.
It's good that you caught it. Charlie can do with the laptop audio.
Yeah, I can do that bit all over again. Easy, yeah. Let's just do it again.
Just do the re-intro again.
Yeah. I'm having 3 intros for this video this week.
Are you going to post 3 different videos, or?
No, it's all one video. It's just chapters, with ads and stuff like that in it,
All right.
No more faggots and gravy, though. I'll try to do some better ads than that.
Okay, it wouldn't let me do it with the thing plugged in.
I'd never seen that ad, but it was hilarious because the actor was obviously someone who was at least reputed to be gay, and just...
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, that guy was so camp.
He was a bit camp, wasn't he? And I loved how he went, the children don't like him spicy. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. That's like, oh.
I hope you got enough of the clap there for me when you have to.
Okay.
Yes. Timmy, should you get headphones? Yes, I probably should. Okay.
Right. All right, Tim's getting a drink too.
Although, how's he going to respond if I guess I'll have to tell him what you said.
I'll put the headphones on Murph then.
They don't really make headphones.
If you want to impress me, put the headphones on Murph. Wow, awesome. Sim's going the whole hog for me tonight.
Okay. Hey, my coach.
All right, ready to go?
Go away. No, don't go. You can stay here, but just behave yourself.
Welcome back to a whole Laserdisc thing. Sorry, I forgot. That's right. We're going to have the... Welcome back to... And as you might have seen, we just finished doing movies. Later on, we've got a bit more... we've got the film of the week coming up. But right now, we're going to have a look at some music discs. And we have our special guest, Sim, and the Murphs.
Hello. Hey.
And let's take a look at the first disc, which is a surprise to all because no one knows what disc it is. It's going to be the Ruttles.
Ruttles,
right, of course, yes. I said it right the first time, but you didn't have your microphone.
Well, we had it plugged in. We didn't realize we couldn't record with it plugged in.
What year did this come out?
76. 1977, I think.
Oh wow. Okay, so late 70s. Okay.
Will you be mortified to learn I haven't watched this movie? Murphy?
No,
you not-
because it's
How
not
have you not seen
really.
the Ruffles?
It's not really a complete Monty Python film, but it is very Eric Idle.
Yes, it's very Eric Idle. I've seen
Eric
bits
Idle
of.
repeats the same character in The Simpsons when he
Yeah.
does these interviews with The Simpsons as well, like in the 28 Up kind of.
Yeah, that was a 7-Up take on The Simpsons, which was incredibly enjoyable.
Yeah, but it was exactly the same character he plays in the Ruttles.
It's basically this. It's basically the. It's a combination of Monty Python with Saturday Night Live. It was actually produced, I think, by Lorne Michaels.
Okay.
It was.
Oh, there you go.
So it started off. There was a TV show that Eric Idle did after Python called Rutland Weekend Television, and it was to do with this place called Rutland that apparently had disappeared off the map for some reason for a certain amount of time. It's like this one of the smallest counties in England or something like that. And so he came up with this idea of what if Rutland had their own TV channel and they had their own queen and all this sort of stuff. And it was very their own parliament. It was very strange. But yes, so it was Eric Idle with Neil Innes, who plays Ron Nasty, which is the John Lennon rip-off character. And he was also in the... he actually appears in a Beatles film. He was in the Bonzo Dog Doodah band. It was the band playing during the strip club scene in Magical Mystery Tour. But yes. So, and George Harrison's in it as well.
Oh, is he? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he appeared on Rutland Weekend Television because he was a good friend of Eric's. And
yeah.
it just sort of, so the head of it were that there was a Christmas special and they had George on as a guest. And the plan was that he was just going to come out and sing My Sweet Lord at the end of it. But George comes out dressed as a pirate and he starts saying, oh, when do I do the pirate sketch? And all of this stuff is going on about the pirate sketch. And Eric Idle's like, no, there's no pirate sketch tonight. And so he spends the entire show going around trying to get this pirate sketch to happen. And eventually he relents and he's just going to do My Sweet Lord. And he comes down these big stairs and they do this big announcement. And he gets to the bottom of it. They play the intro and, oh, I'd like to be a pirate's life for me.
He forces that pirate sketch into it. That's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. There's also
I really liked it. It was a fun movie. I loved all the references to all the parody things. They never lay off the Beatles all the way through. It's great. And yeah.
3 of the Beatles loved that film. 3 of the Beatles loved it. 1 of them hated it.
Oh, I bet it was John that didn't like it.
No, he loved it. Even Yoko loved it. And the Yoko character in it is a Nazi, but she still liked it. The one that didn't like it was Paul. Because
oh, wow.
The weird thing is that Linda McCartney loved it, but Paul McCartney hated it. And Eric Idle's theory on this was that because that he was playing the Paul McCartney character, Dirk McQuickley, and he felt that maybe he got too many of Paul's little idiosyncrasies and goofiness down that Paul was probably a bit embarrassed about, but were quite endearing to Linda. So, yes.
Makes sense.
Yep. Fantastic. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next one is the Eurythmics' Sweet Dreams, the video album.
Nice.
This was a live concert at a kind of very small gay club at the time. This is before they went full-blown commercial. They were a bit more of a kind of indie band at the time.
Good songs, though. That era has a lot of good songs.
Yeah, in the middle especially, it breaks up the concert, because it's just one long concert, and then it breaks up the concert halfway through with some of the more famous music videos at the time, like Love is a Stranger and Who's That Girl and Sweet Dreams. Very, very cool. Kind of very indie Laserdisc compared to what happened to, them by the after 82, they really kind of started selling out and becoming big with the, popularization and popularist.
I don't think they really sold out. I think that the rest of the world just sort of caught on to what they were doing, and it became the
Oh
popular
no,
sound.
their music changed a lot after.
Well, later
this
on a bit,
stuff.
but I think that they were
Yeah,
still.
compared to.
I think they always stayed fairly true to who they were.
What's that one?
I guess
I
he
think
disagrees
a
with that.
significant turning
So-
point in their music
I-
style and popularity was "Would I Lie to You."
That album was so different. That's this album, I think, has "Would I Lie to You" on it. Yeah, that's the opening track.
They were commissioned to do the soundtrack for the movie 1984, and they made that album, and the film people went, "Are you joking? This is unusable. What the hell?"
I think that they leaned more because they started out. Their previous group was the Tourist, I think, and they
Broke up while on tour in Australia.
Yes, I think they'd appeared on Countdown, and
Wagga Wagga was too much for them at that point. They packed it in.
but the music they were doing then was more sort of that sort of soul-inspired music, blue-eyed soul with a modern twist, with a sort of very mod, what you'd call the UK mod scene thing. But I think they went more into that on that album, and I think it was something that they were always.
Thing is Annie Lennox is one thing when you notice when you watch this Laserdisc is just how much of a charismatic performer she is. You can see Dave Stewart. Is that the guy with the beard? Yeah,
David A.
He's
Stewart.
trying to get attention in the concert, and it's like an ant and a butterfly. Like nobody is paying attention to the ant.
I feel that's why they eventually broke up, because there's a real thing that he got frustrated with there being like no attention on him, because Annie Lennox is so charismatic, basically.
So charismatic. Okay, let's move on, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have no idea about this one, so we're just going to quickly show it.
I suspect it's a jazz
Swing
festival. Or swing, yeah.
It's only $2.50 if you buy it with another $5 disc. So
hey, if you like swing music,
get on to that jazz swing stuff.
If you're having a cocktail party, have that on in the background.
Get in the swing, everybody and everything.
And this was made when all the old jazz legends were still alive and kicking, like Ella Fitzgerald and Count Basie and Duke Ellington and the Dave Brubeck Quartet do Take 5 on this. So it's just that's the thing. That's the thing about Laserdisc is that they came out during this period when a lot of these old classic artists that were big during the 50s, 40s, 30s, and stuff like that were just still around.
Back in a time before Red Bull. Back in a time before Red Bull existed.
Yes. Well, yeah.
How would you have survived back then, Coach?
Red Bull's pretty new.
I would have been very sleepy.
So, next we have Madonna, Ciao Italia, live from Italy, 1984.
Ooh.
So this is just on the release of Holiday and stuff like that. It's all the True Blue album stuff. Nobody knows True Blue, do you? So we got Lucky Star and Papa Don't Preach, the really early stuff.
I heard that there's somewhere in the world there's an Indian restaurant called Papadum Preach.
Papadum Preach. I can't see Madonna without thinking of the closing line from the Weird Al movie, Weird. Madonna Ciccone is still at large.
Okay, so next up we have the bundle of the week. Q Tennis.
Oh, hang on, Tennis, where are you?
No, it's all right. It's going to be a digital edition. Like I've already. I mean, in the edit, he's already recorded it for me.
All right, yes, because
Tennis
has been busy all week. Tennis has been very
Okay.
busy making T-shirts, so yes, I think he's,
Oh,
he's
yes.
distracted. So
Speaking of which, when the T-shirts arrive at your place, Angry, they're coming. Can you give one to Dr. Abigail, please? I promise.
I
that she
will.
have one.
Oh, also, you notice I did artfully place them.
Yes, I did notice, and I'm sorry I didn't say thank you, but yeah, it's lovely. And then mine's ruined, like.
Tell you what, it's getting into winter here. I might end up wearing this on the streams at some point. It gets a bit cold in here.
Simi, you have a T-shirt. You
Shower.
can probably put it over there. Oh, he's saying I should go put my T-shirt over there. That's got the logo on.
Oh, well,
That might-
yeah, next
that
time
might
I have
screw
you
up
on, hang it up in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might screw up the continuity if I did that now.
Yeah.
Continuity.
Well, I've
shot.
already screwed it up. There's got to be lights on and lights off and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's do the bundle. Bundle time. We have the Rock and Roll Greatest Years series, and it's not the whole set. It's just a set of like 5 years.
Mhm.
You've seen these, haven't you, Sim?
Yes, well, I've seen them too. Because they're really good. They had them on VHS as well, and we used to rent them all the time. And when we got into Laserdiscs, we managed to get quite a few of them. They're really good if you like sort of the old sort of Ready Steady Go and those early sort of 60s TV shows, music TV shows. Lots of those sorts of shows with the
I've got
bands on. And
Every
really cool.
single one of these. I love putting them on when I'm vacuuming or something like that. So they're basically jukebox discs. They're you put them on and they have a selection of songs from that year, music
There's a lot.
videos. And so we've got 1964, Volume 1, because there's 2 volumes to that, but there's only Volume 1 on this. 1965, that only had 1 volume. 1967, and that's a Volume 2, no Volume 1 on that.
Okay.
1968, I think this one has the... Oh, no, that must be 7. Yeah. The Jimi Hendrix Experience, When the Wind Cries Mary, makes my hair stand up on this one. I really loved it. Okay. 1968, and then 1969. Nice.
Funny year. Nice.
Be a lot of very rare footage on those too, because a lot of that stuff, the BBC wouldn't keep it,
Yeah.
and the stuff like that when they were released on that was probably the only time you could see that footage. And the Laserdisc version might actually be the best quality out there of some of those.
Yeah. That's
good.
like
Really
hella
solid
party.
track listing.
Incredible party laser discs, those ones, I think.
And that would be if it's 1969 David Bowie at the end of that last one. That would be the original version.
At the very end of this one, yeah.
It would be the original recording and not the later one that he did a couple of years later, which is the one that everybody knows. This still had Johnny Hutch doing the Major Tom part. No, he was doing the ground control, and Bowie was Major Tom. So it's actually 2 people singing on it.
Yeah.
So you've gone from music to enjoy with friends to music that if you put on, you won't have any friends. We have Harry Connick Jr.
Well, it's music for... Harry Connick Jr. was kind of the guy that had his career stolen by Michael Bublé.
But yes, he did. Yes, he
was
also
a young,
lost a
good-looking
lot of
guy that
friends
did
in
that old
Australia
music.
when he told off the Jackson 5 on a Hey
Oh.
Saturday for.
I
doing blackface.
will back Harry Connick till the end of days for standing up and going, "Why are you morons doing blackface? This is disgusting."
Yeah.
No, it's funny. It's not. It is a long history of violent racial repression represented by blackface. I will go to the mats for Harry Connick Jr. taking that stand.
Yeah.
So this is just a collection of like jazz or swing standards, songs like "It Had to Be You" and stuff like that. One Last Hitch.
It's pretty bland. It's for white people who like
Miss
jazz.
New Orleans. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like I
just,
said,
yeah,
he was the original Michael Bubble, but he had more
Yeah.
talent than Michael Bubble.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like
He's a really
Also,
good
just-
piano player.
just in a dark alley knife fight between Harry Connick and Michael Bubbles. Bubbles is going down.
I don't know, Bubble can
absolutely.
fight.
The Bubbles. See, I always looked at it like Rocky 4, when Rocky
Yeah.
was learning how to fight using logs and stuff like that, and chasing a chicken and stuff. And then you had
As long as he wasn't choking the chicken.
and then you
Exactly
had the
where
Russian
my
guy,
mind
and he
went
had
to.
high-tech, sophisticated machinery and stuff like that,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
He's Rocky, and Michael Bublé is the Russian one using all the high-tech equipment, and that makes him
Yes.
sound way better,
Well, also, I mean, Michael Bubble was caught out using auto-tune live probably a couple of years ago now.
Oh, that's
the
pretty
auto-tune system failed. And so suddenly it started glitching, and he was like, he didn't
Yeah.
move like that, but his voice was all over the place.
Yeah, because when you're singing to a system like that, you have to make you can't choose the obvious note. You've got to choose one that's different, so it gets emphasized correctly by the computer.
Yeah, it was just funny that when somebody that's
Getting
supposed
caught
to
out.
job
Yeah,
is
it's
being
funny that it breaks down, but it's still a hard skill to have. I mean, you've seen Taylor Swift uses it as well as an enhancer as well,
Yeah.
because
I
your
think
voice
it's-
gets exhausted going from country to country to country to country.
no.
You
I
know?
still think it's cheating. I don't like auto-tune.
Okay,
I think
I
that
don't have anything against it. I just don't like it when they overuse it. Like,
I just think it's
Cher,
lazy. I think
you know,
they should learn to sing.
Big call from Sim.
I still think they can sing. Like even Mariah Carey uses autotune.
Yes, but
And
the only
there's
thing
no
she's good at is
question
doing
whether or not
impressions
she
of
can
a
sing.
boiling kettle.
Yeah.
I liking this. This is good. I'm liking this
Well,
debate
the
here.
only thing
Okay.
that Mariah, if
Moving
your
on,
kettle
we
breaks and you
have-
need to know when it boils, just have Mariah Carey stand there and she can make the noise because she can hit that. Ah!
Yeah, no, she does. She hits a whistle noise. Yeah. Ricky Lee Jones, Chucky is in love.
Wow, you're piling on the stuff
Noah.
for old white people tonight. But Ricky Lee Jones, okay, much more respectable artist than Harry, honestly. Ricky Lee Jones, 70s and early 80s classic artist.
Well, because Harry does mostly covers, I mean, he does write some of his own stuff, but it is mostly the old standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry's much blander than Ricky Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Yeah, no, she's definitely had a fantastic career.
Yeah.
Would go well on one of those Todd in the Shadows shows. I would like to have seen him cover someone like her, and for a change,
Yeah. Well, see, this is dinner party music. Like if the swing one is cocktail party music, Ricky Lee Jones is if you're having a few of your friends over for dinner and you just want something chill but quality playing in the background.
Yeah.
As far as
Something
Todd in the
called
Shadows,
around.
Todd in the Shadows, he does his one-hit wonderland, and I think she's had more than one hit. And
Yes.
she's especially in America,
Yeah.
she's much more well respected over there. But she's never really had an album that's completely derailed her career for train records. So unless she has a modern hit, then I don't really see Todd covering that at any point.
Yeah.
All right, head down to Geelong. We're going to the Little River. This is the Little River Band live exposure.
Ooh. Do they do The Night Owl? I love that song.
Yes, it's called the Night Owls, not the
Yes.
Night Owl on this.
You're really laying it on for old white people tonight. It's just I say this as an old white person.
Yeah, they had a lot of songs that were kind of daggy, but Night Owls is cool. They had a couple of other ones I really liked. Lonesome Loser, amazing harmonies. They're basically Australia's Eagles.
Sorry, go ahead.
So is it my favorite story about Little River Band? They got to the point where they could make a lot of money in the US, but they were all getting older and they didn't want to tour anymore, and they sold the rights to essentially a cover band to tour as the Little River Band, not as a Little River cover band. They were the Little River Band, and it was none of the original members, and they didn't release any records. They just toured, and they were touring, and they got the band, the Little River Band, got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this cover band thought they got to go to the ceremony. And all the original Little River Band going, "Are you guys idiots? The award's not for you touring, doing covers. It's for our albums. You're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame."
But there was a bit of an imbalance between the band. I remember the Shorik, kind of. They had like 3 members of the Little River Band
Total Shorik
went off
Global.
and started. Yeah, there we go. Good memory.
But what it was,
sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that. Yeah, so the covers band, I think they had the guitar player, but he wasn't the original guitar player. He'd come in on like the 3rd or 4th album or something like that. And he was the one who owned the rights to it. And so that's why there were Bertel Shorik Goebbels, because he now owns the name. I guess he bought it out from them. And he wouldn't let them use it because he's making a lot of money over in the US. But then he retired, and they brought back the bass player he's the guy who sings the Night Owls. And so he was the closest they had to an original member. But I think he was only in the band from like 1979 onwards.
There was a TV show in Melbourne called In Melbourne Tonight, and it was hosted by the grey-haired guy, Sean McAuliffe.
Oh,
no, not the Frankie J. Holden one. This is the Sean McAuliffe one that came out in the late 90s.
That was McAuliffe Tonight.
In Melbourne Tonight was from the 60s and 70s, and it was Graham Kennedy.
No, there was In Melbourne Tonight on Channel 9, hosted by Sean McAuliffe.
And he only hosted McAuliffe Tonight on Channel 9. That was the only show he ever did for Channel 9.
Okay, Angry's going to look it up, and he's going to go, "Oh, Charlie's right."
I love the confidence. Okay, Australian television show. We'll go with their Wikipedia entry. No, In Melbourne Tonight ran from 57 to 70, presented by Graham Kennedy.
Keep looking down.
I'm not.
You're doing it back in the 90s with
In Melbourne Tonight.
I am so sure there was In Melbourne Tonight with. I'm 100% sure that I'm not.
Let me go get the disc.
McAuliffe Tonight.
Late 90s version. The format was revived under IMT, hosted by Frankie J. Holden and screened as a Monday night variety show.
So it wasn't In Melbourne Tonight.
It was called In Melbourne Tonight.
IMT.
But it wasn't hosted by Sean McAuliffe. That was a different show.
Okay. So it was... What was the... McAuliffe Tonight was the one that he did.
Which only ran for 1 season.
It got cancelled because that he kept making fun of Alan Jones. Basically, it was a weekly show, and he would say, because Alan Jones at this point was doing his talking head thing on the Today Show, and he would just said on one episode, "And if you missed Alan Jones on the Today Show this week, here it is." And then he played every speech he did on the show for the week together at the same time. But they were all timed so perfectly that when it got to "I am Alan Jones" at the end, every time it synced up exactly. And so Alan Jones wasn't happy about that. So they told Sean McAuliffe, "Please don't do that again. He's really upset." So the following week he said, "Okay, if you missed Alan Jones on Today Show for the last month, here it is." And so then he played all of them for the last month, and it still synced up perfectly with the "I am Alan Jones" at the end. And he got, "No, really, don't do it again." And the next week, "So, if you missed Alan Jones on the Today Show for the past year, here it is." And then he played like 365 Alan Joneses at the same time. And yes, that's what he got fired for.
Yeah. So the McAuliffe Tonight, was that when Little River Band came on and did Help Is On The Way, and McAuliffe made them pause for a whole minute during the hang on, and then he'd start a timer, and then waited a whole minute, and then everyone just had to hold their spot for a whole minute. Help is on its way.
So with every performer that he had on, he would have them do something like that because he didn't want people to think that they were miming on the show. So he would always have, like, David Campbell, Jimmy Barnes' son was on doing his new single, but he insisted that to improve that it was live, he had to add the word watermelon. So he gets halfway through the song and he goes, watermelon! There was another one
Fantastic. Okay, let's move on to the next one after that. I think we're good. Yep. Okay, we've got this is a show called Classic Albums.
I love that
they
show.
did a whole... Yeah, everyone loves classic albums. This is one of the best episodes as well. This is when they did Songs of the Key of Life. So this talks about and deconstructs the album in great depth. Talking about the instruments, talking about the artists. I think Stevie Wonder even gets a few of the original artists back into the studio again to re-perform some of the songs as well.
They usually do.
I really love the classic album series.
But in terms of Laserdisc, what else do you need to know? Stevie Wonder in the Key of Life. That's a classic.
Such a good album. Yeah. Sir Duke is one of my favorite songs.
I think we had that album on the Banana 100. The Banana Music 100. When we did the Banana Music 100.
Yes, it's on my top 100 too. Yeah.
We included it there.
All right, let's move on. We've got more white person's music. We have Carole King in concert.
Again,
a lot of black people have performed her songs. So.
Any boomers watching this are going to be real happy because there's some real memories for boomers in these of really good performers. Carole King, really good performer.
Absolutely, yes. Well, great songwriter too. She wrote some sensational songs, not just for herself, but for other artists as well.
And Neil Sedaka wrote a song about her.
Yes. God, you got to bring up Neil Sedaka, don't you, Murph?
Neil Sedaka was one of the greatest songwriters of all time.
Thank you, Murph. But yeah, so Carole King, it's a live show. It's a later kind of release as well. I think it's like 96, 97. And yeah, really well recorded, great sound for a live concert. Okay. This is for the bundle.
That belongs in the bundle. Sorry.
Yep, we found that. There's volume 1 of the 1967 that we were missing. Okay. How appropriate.
Oh, James Taylor.
This is just boomer heaven tonight.
Also, James Taylor has one of his biggest hits was written by Carole King, and they have toured together.
That's exactly why I said that. Yeah. What song was it? Fire and Rain, was it?
No, You Got a Friend.
Or Baby James, Sweet Baby James, I think it was, or something.
You Got a Friend.
Oh, You've Got a Friend. That's it. Yep.
Yeah, he's another great songwriter.
I love James Taylor.
Such a talented guy.
Sophie
great guitar player
always puts on James Taylor. He did a song for the movie Cars. And what's it called? The Old Town song? Our Town, it's called. She has that on at least once a fortnight. She loves that song. Yeah.
He's a great songwriter, great performer, great guitar player as well. That sort of his finger-picking style that he does is quite difficult to do, and he's just a master at it.
You know, it reminds me of, remember the Simpsons episode when Homer went to space?
Yes. Whenever it gets to the bit where they're flying safely through the air.
Gotta go. Okay, next up we have the Bee Gees. All for One tour.
More great harmonies, much like we're talking about with the Little River Band earlier.
Stop it,
It's just boomer heaven. Everything
It
you
keeps getting
like,
more
wow.
boomerish every time too.
Old white people are going to love this episode.
This is the one for all tour. I think it was actually filmed in Melbourne.
Maybe.
Possibly. I think that's the same show they later re-released on Blu-ray, but they released it as a standard
Yes,
definition
there we go.
Blu-ray.
Recorded live at the National Tennis Centre in Melbourne in
Yeah,
1989.
tennis.
Here's one for tennis.
Yes, thank you, tennis.
Give me a second then.
I'd like to make it
I think the DVD one that got real popular wasn't Awful One. It was when they did that reunion concert in '93.
Oh, this was a reissue fairly recently. They re-brought out that show. I'm pretty sure it was that one. It was that era
Right.
anyway, but on Blu-ray, but as a standard definition Blu-ray. So it's like, why not just put it on DVD if it's going to be standard?
Oh, you showed Murph. You showed me one of these Bee Gees songs that I had never heard, and it was right at the end of their career.
Yeah.
And it
This
was a
is where
music
I
video.
came
They're in a caravan. This
Yes,
is
we
where
couldn't
I
show that
began.
on the
That's
show.
right.
We had to show a live performance, but yeah, there's a caravan, and yeah, it's a great song. It has a very sort of, I think it fits with those two new Beatles songs that came out in the mid '90s, "Free as a Bird, Real Love."
Yes,
It has that kind of
yes,
vibe.
it does. Yeah, really good energy, vibe, really well written song. Like if that was one of the songs that came out during their career, it would have done really well, in the charts.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If it was out like 5 years earlier, or maybe 5 years later, when there was more of a retro kind of thing going on, it would have been a bigger hit. But because it came out, I think it was like '99, something like that, when rock music was either going to be very dark or pop music was going to be very
rock music was going through its new metal phase, and
yes. So it didn't fit with new metal. But if it came out like at the time of when the White Stripes were being really successful, it might have had more of a chance. But when it's competing with, on the rock side you've got Slipknot, and on the pop side you've got Britney Spears, it doesn't quite have a home for it there.
Yeah, no. And then next up we have Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
You're killing me.
The second worst performance of that song of all time.
So this is the one we've shown before, the unplugged one that we had on the last time you came on, I think, actually.
Yes, I think it was. But yeah, there's only one performance worse than that, and that is the one by Guns N' Roses.
Oh, that's harsh.
Well, Simi's wearing a George Harrison T-shirt, and I think George Harrison's review of the Guns N' Roses version when it came out was, "It's only got 3 chords in it, and they still got them wrong."
Love it. All right, we're getting towards the end. It's Michael Jackson fever at the moment. Billie Jean is actually on top of the charts at the moment, believe it or not.
Well, he's getting a lot of retrospective love at the moment, because there are people are sort of saying that all of the stuff that came out about him, about what he supposedly did with children, may have been blown out of proportion, and he was never actually found guilty. And we don't really know, and we're never going to really know. But people like Macaulay Culkin are coming out saying that he was protecting them. So I don't know what to believe at this point.
And there's also
I have no
Epstein side
doubt
of it too.
whatsoever he was putting children in danger, and he was a weird, creepy guy, and someone who should have stopped him, and the parents who sent their kids to stay with him should all be in prison.
Yeah, there was certainly something odd going on there, and there's something odd. No, Coach, we're not doing conspiracies now. Yeah, I got a bunch of conspiracies about Michael Jackson. Yeah. He had this whole thing going on, and then okay, he's gone back.
Yeah,
to
no, I've been hearing one recently about how he protected them from Jeffrey Epstein and stuff like that.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin said that he would have been on the plane to Epstein's Island if it weren't for Michael Jackson. But who knows? It's all very odd. And
I guess there were way worse people than Michael Jackson, to put it simply.
I think that one of the big things that they're saying is that just all the stuff about Michael, being a pedophile came out just after he released a song in favor in support of Palestine. So he put out this song about that was very critical of Israel, and then suddenly his career gets derailed.
It was also when he went halves with Sony and made a deal and sold the complete music, all the titles for the music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so and a lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird. And Neverland, besides being directed towards the Peter Pan thing, also had a double meaning with never will they be taken to Jeffrey Epstein. Stuff like that. I've heard that a lot lately too. Yeah.
So
I think this is
I don't know. But
post-Epstein conspiracy shit, to be honest, but who cares? Anyway, let's move on.
Talking about conspiracies, Coach.
Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
Ooh.
So you just keep going with the boomer stuff.
Dave, is the song Knife Edge on there? Is the song Knife Edge on there? I love that song.
Yes, Knife Edge. Yeah, that's the first one I went looking for myself, actually. Is Knife Edge the one from Wide World of Sports?
No, that's the Fanfare for the Common Man, I think it's called.
Oh, that's a
What was that? Da, 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 da.
It's either Fanfare or Anthem for the Common Man. I can't remember.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we have 3 more to go. So we'll knock them out quickly because we're running out of time. This is actually the Laserdisc this time.
Oh, yes, it was a record last time.
Yeah, it turned out it was the record, but I've checked it. And it also has, the word Laserdisc there, which is the key feature when you're looking for a Laserdisc.
Well, you should look at the disc inside the cover. It may still be a record.
Yeah.
Make sure it's shiny and silver.
It's a Laserdisc, yeah. The hole's too big, yeah.
That's what she said.
So
right?
Everything that we've said about the concert before still stands.
Just edited in from last time.
Laserdisc. And I'm a sucker for the boxer. Especially on the bookends version with the violin. All right, so this is a tribute to Carole King.
Tribute to Carole King. Who's on it? Who are the artists on it?
Okay, so the stars that they've got are Amy Grant, Richard Marx, Eternal, Bee Gees, Rod Stewart, Celine Dion, Faith Hill, The Manhattan Transfer. It keeps getting whiter and whiter. Wait, I'm sorry. Then at the end, they have Blessed Union of Souls and BB and CC. So, yeah.
That's a good one for Carole King fans' interpretations. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, next up we have Genesis. This is my... Stop it!
You just keep doing it to me. It's just like, I'm going to do a special promo for this episode. Hello, are you an old white person who wants to be comforted and hear things from your younger days? We are catering for you specifically. All the greats, and I mean the greats from the 70s and 80s, we've got them for you. Ignore the horrors of the world today and embrace the Laserdiscs.
So this is the 1991 or 1992 concert, promoting the way we walk album. So it has Jesus, He Knows Me, and Son of Mine, and stuff like that. But actually, I think this is probably one of the better Genesis Laserdiscs because it's got I really like that era of Invisible Touch and the Mama album. I think it was called Mama. No one knows. No. It had Home by the Sea on it. Yeah, I'm an old white guy at heart. You know, so
I know XTC had an album called Mama, but I don't know about Genesis. But I know that Phil Collins is amazing drummer, amazing songwriter. Doesn't get the credit he deserves.
yeah, it was the album Mama, and it came out in 1983.
Oh, the year Cindy
Okay.
was born.
Last disc for the evening. Smashing through these.
America Live in Central Park.
More
I
old
didn't
white
know
people.
they had a live in Central Park.
I don't know how they must have used some kind of special folding technique to get it all in there, you know.
Yeah, it's meta. All America in Central Park.
Yeah, I like America. My mum loved that song, Tin Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man.
I liked a few years ago that
Ventura Highway and Horse No Name, Sister Golden Hair.
I liked a few years ago there was a meme going around of a guy on a horse singing, "I've been through the desert on a horse with no name," and the horse just looks up and says, "It's Frank. My name is Frank. You never bothered to ask."
I always thought it was a bold call to just call your band America. I went, okay, sure. You just do it. You're America. Why not?
I actually own one one America album, and it's called Silent Letter, and I just bought it because it was produced by George Martin.
Yes, he produced a few of their records, I think.
Oh, I don't know. I just know that one was, and it's a very high energy album. It's great. Just pop the needle on, and it really kicks into gear straight away. It's good.
That was at his studio in Montserrat, I think. Yeah, studio.
All right, yep. I buy a lot of stuff if it's George Martin related for some reason. I'm just a weird guy like that, you know.
He was one of the greatest producer and arrangers of all time.
Designed by Air Studios, which is George Martin's studio, you know.
He had two of them, one in London and one in Montserrat. And the Montserrat one ended up getting flooded. But a lot of classic albums were made there. So America made at least one or two there. I think the Police made an album there.
I know Ultravox did Quartet there as well.
So yeah, it was a very well regarded, and that was one that he designed personally.
Yeah, so that's our lineup tonight of or today, or this afternoon, or this morning, or
whenever you're watching it. You might be watching it morning, afternoon, or night. But I just want to stress yet again, if you're an older white person, go to Home for the Elderly. We got you covered with all your favorites.
And stay tuned next week as we review Sabrina, the Teenage Witch.
Yes, we're going to movie of the week next week will be Humphrey Bogart doing a romantic comedy. I've never seen this. I'm going to watch it specifically to review it next week. I've been watching some classic Bogart over the last month or two, but this is a new one to me. Really looking forward to it.
So here I was thinking I was being... Oh, sorry, what was that? What was that?
That Humphrey Bogart, you know that he was born with no lips, and the ones you see in the movies, they were painted on. They weren't real. He didn't have a real face, and it was a. Sorry about that.
He's coaching his conspiracies.
Yeah, he really needs to. We need to try and wean him.
Stay away from the light. Yeah.
Hey, did you talking about my girl? Like my light. Come over here, come on here, baby.
So yeah, check out the latest video by Angry Aussie. He did a really good book movie video this week, so check it out. And if you are musically inclined, then Sim does a show where she looks at music. This week we're in the middle of a 3-part special looking at really obscure number one hit songs and the bands that made them and what they did before and after. A bit like Tommy Shadow, but we don't say that. Yeah. It's different songs.
Wolfers Music Reviews. Yes.
I love it. That's why I get Sim on. Is I got blown away by her musical expertise and Anyway,
new episode at midnight tonight.
What was that?
New episode at midnight tonight.
Well, new episode last week, because this won't be out till
Yes.
Thursday.
By the time this
All
goes
right.
live, your video would have been up for the best part of a week, Sim.
Oh yes, but for the people that are watching now, it's out tonight.
Oh, yes, because we're recording this live as well.
Yeah.
Well, because it's
And
going
if
out,
you
you know.
click on the link below, there will be a link below to her channel, and check out the 3-part special. Do them in separate parts because they are epic long features, you know.
I think they're now about an hour and 20 minutes each, the 3 parts.
So yeah, take it a song at a time. That's what I do. Yeah. All right. See you next time, guys.
See you,
Good night.
everyone. Bye.
Cheerio.
Coach. Night.
All righty.
Oh, that was a long one.
You're giving yourself an editing challenge.
Hello,
there.
everybody.
Hey, so
Sophie says hello.
Hello.
Put them on now. So I can hear.
Oops, I don't
48 minutes.
Oh, geez, get your shit together, son.
Was that all right? Was that my
Good.
My involvement is good,
And then we're going to go to bed. Rays, well, we can't do a background for the feed because Charlie edits it, so the music would chop up and be all over the place. Try and talk Charlie into having music in the background. I don't know, but we can't really do it for the live stream.
Do you mean the show really needs a background?
He was saying that earlier. Background music, he says.
Oh, okay.
But we definitely can't do it live because you edit it and the sound would get all chopped up.
Yeah, it would be all over the place because I cut up. Like I said, this is an hour and a half. The flag to have a graphic.
Okay. So he means instead of the flag. Yeah, but you only see bits of the background anyway.
Yeah, this is all blocked. Yeah.
But I get what you're saying now, Ray. Sorry. Okay. Well, because I got to run out and
wrap it up.
download.
Yeah.
Oh, which actually switch off the recorder while I'm.
You gotta send me that audio file.
Yeah, before I go to bed, I've got to send you the audio file.
I'll be nagging. I gotta wait 12 hours for this live video to process anyway. So
yeah, because if I don't do it now before I go to bed, I'm in the office tomorrow. It'll be like 24 hours before Charlie gets it. So what I have for dinner, actually, weirdly, I had party pies and sausage rolls, which is really unusual for me. But they were on special in the supermarket. So that's right. So I'm going to sign off because it is pretty much 10 o'clock.
thank you, Tim.
Probably back on Tuesday. But one way or the other, see you all another time. But bye for now.
You are totally